Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This month we are talking about gratitude and the law of attraction. Sorry, I went and got tea and started over again, so I'm trying not to let my teacup get in the way. All right, so when I first started doing videos, I promised myself I wouldn't just directly copy people, and I generally try not to do that. I do generally try to find information to back it up, or it just comes out of my own head and it's a conglomeration of stuff I've learned, stuff I've experienced, stories and whatnot. So here we are. But this video is a combination of stuff that I've learned and stuff that my teacher is doing. So for Drum Circle, every month she has been taking a chapter or a discussion out of one of Dom Miguel Ruiz's books. I cannot remember what book it is. I tried to look and see if something jumped out. I can't quite find it. I will put a picture here of the book, and the title will be in the description so that if you so choose, you can use it for your own spiritual groups or whatever. And I think like 1 month was maybe like acceptance. I missed January, so I don't know what that one was. But they've been stuff like love of self, love of others, forgiving people, forgiving yourself, forgiving others. This month's was gratitude. And specifically gratitude for your life. And we did a journey, and there were two questions. Was one is, where do you struggle kind of finding being grateful or finding things to be grateful for, and how do you accept gratitude, or how, what's a way for you to find gratitude. um I didn't pull my notebook over. I didn't actually intend to go over this, so surprise.
Okay, so I found the questions for, um, I found the questions I was telling you about that we did for the shamanic journey. So you can do these on your own. You can do them as a guided meditation, just a regular meditation, a shamanic journey, or if you'd like me to write up my own guided meditation, let me know, and I will do that. So the question one was, where do I struggle in being grateful? And how can I find gratitude and make it a habit? So, those are the two questions that you can do to work on your gratefulness. All right, editor me out.
But either way, you can do these as meditations, as journeys. You can develop your own questions if you feel that you have either a hard time finding things to be grateful for, a hard time looking past things in order to be grateful for them. We'll get into that. And that was what we did. And one of the suggestions that came up was to do hourly moments of gratitude. So set your phone timer for every hour. You stop and you take a couple minutes and think of things you're grateful for. Then you go about your day. And the kind of challenge of this is that to see over the next month or so how your life changes. How are things starting to turn around? And if you are understandably one of those people that can't do hourly kind of moments of gratitude, because I for a few days there I would set my phone timer for every hour. My mother's going, "Why is your phone going off every hour?" And I explained it to her, and she went, "Ah, okay. If you work in an office, understandably you cannot have your phone going off every hour." It's pretty understandable. Because I know I can't do that when I'm in the office. I work a hybrid schedule, so it's fine when I'm home. But in that case, there's a few different things you can do. Figure out what method of gratitude will work best for you. Some people really do great with gratefulness journals. I have an older video, I think from a couple years ago. It's among some of the first I posted. It was the gratefulness unjournal. And I will put a link to it here, but basically the concept is if you hate journaling or you don't have time for it, you in the beginning of your day at some point and at the end of your day at some point, you take a time and you think of at least 5 things to be grateful for. If you want, you can even do morning, noon, and night. and try to find times throughout the day to be grateful for stuff. It's going to very much depend on you, your cycles, not your cycles, basically whatever you're doing throughout the day. You can also ask your guides and angels for help with this. You can be like, hey, I really want to give this a try. I know I'm not going to remember. Can you please help motivate me to try and remember? And it might be you remember every couple hours. Maybe every time you look at the clock, you remember. They'll help you figure out what works best for you. And what you will start to see happening is things will start to open up. And this is where we get into the law of attraction. If you're not familiar with the law of attraction is, the simplest way I can explain it is that like calls to like. If you are a student of Abraham Hicks or you really enjoy Esther and Abraham, I will find you their definition. And the first law, the law of attraction, says that which is like unto itself is drawn. It always struck me as a little bit cumbersome. And then the the second law, the science of deliberate creation, says that which I give thought to and that which I believe or accept is. So in short, you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. So kind of going off of that, here's kind of what it means. If you stop and take time to be grateful and you start thinking about all the things you are grateful for, more things will start coming to mind, and you'll find that maybe you start getting ideas. All these things and thoughts will open up in your mind, and it will lead to other things. You might find that work goes a lot smoother. Um, your your husband's little quirks or your significant other's quirks, the kids don't bother you quite as much. Things are easier to deal with. It's not, you're not fighting with yourself. You are giving gratitude for all of these little things. Or maybe you're not, but because you are in a headspace of gratitude, in a headspace of maybe contentment and joy, that you have these things, it starts to open that up as well. And what's really nice is you can also give gratitude for things you don't have yet. So I'm grateful for the wonderful relationship that I have. Well, I'm not in a relationship. I'm single. Not a problem. It's coming. It's just not here yet. I'm grateful for the new house I've bought. I haven't bought a house. Well, that's okay. You're going to find it. I'm grateful for the high paying job I have. I don't have a high paying job. Neither do I, friend. It's okay. It's coming. So, by doing that, by giving gratitude for things that aren't here yet, because the way the law of attraction works is you ask, it is given, and then you have to allow it to manifest. And that can be where we all get a little messed up, because if you're impatient, you're like, okay, people, come on. I'm on a time schedule here. I need this. You need, go faster. That's not going to work. Sometimes it's a matter of clarity. It's a matter of needing more information. You'll hear Abraham and Esther talk about filling in the grid. So it's this idea of, here's this idea, here's this concept. Now I need time for all of the details and all the minutia to kind of fall into place, for me to clarify what it is I'm looking for it to become more solid in my mind, for me to really think about it, and then everything kind of snaps into place and you end up getting what it is that you want. On the other end of this, if you're having a really bad day and you're thinking about all the things that have gone wrong, well, guess what? You're going to start thinking of more things that are going wrong, and you're going to draw more things that are going to go wrong to you. If you have a fear about something, well, guess what? You're going to find more things to validate your fear. Your things are going to happen that be like, oh, see, my fear is justified. And in some cases, it might be. In some cases, you might be, I don't want to say blowing things out of proportion, but you don't want to draw bad things to you. They do not manifest immediately, understandably so. Hopefully, you get that. But you also, there are times you might find yourself thinking about something that's like, God forbid, I don't want that to happen. So it's those kind of moments of, oh wait, what am I doing? Let me switch my thought process. But yeah, if you're already in a bad mood, well, guess what? And you're also going to draw people. People will come to you. If you're in a great mood, if you're upbeat, you're happy, you're going to draw people to you that are also in an upbeat mood and happy. If you're absolutely miserable, guess what? You're going to draw people to you that are absolutely miserable. So, like calls to like. And gratitude is that thing where it's a matter of shifting perspective. I'm grateful I can pay my bills. I may not, and you can make concessions in your head. I can't, yeah, maybe I'm cutting it close. I can't pay all of them, but I'm grateful for what I can pay. I'm grateful that I have this job. I'm grateful for, the jobs that are coming. I'm grateful for the interviews that I am getting. I'm grateful for whatever. I'm grateful for the food I have on my table. I'm grateful for the people in my life. I'm grateful that I am alive. I'm grateful I woke up and I wasn't in a lot of pain today. This didn't hurt. That didn't hurt. I'm grateful that my kids are safe and healthy. My pets are good. My family's safe. And it can also be completely mundane things. I'm really grateful for that I made extra coffee this morning. You know what? I'm really grateful I had the foresight to buy those candy bars and stash them away. It could be stuff like that too. It's just little, things that we've done that it's like, yeah, you know what? I'm really glad I did that. Because the candy stash, that's a very important thing. The snack stash. Maybe you're a savory snack person, so you've got a stash of, chips or nuts or something somewhere. It's all for you. You don't want to share. That's fine. I understand. Um, I apologize that I'm doing a good part of this video with my eyes closed. Apparently, this is my way of channeling tonight and like working through it. Because it's like after 9 right now. I was a little busy last week. I wanted to film this sooner, but so yeah, I apologize that my eyes were shut through part of this. This is apparently me kind of downloading and channeling because I asked for help in order to do this video. Um, but that is what it is. So I hope. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to go over with you, but I think that's essentially the crux of it. Is that by being grateful, you are kind of stepping into that law of attraction, and you're opening up things to come to you. And they could be very small things, they can be big things, it could be life changing things. And everything happens in divine timing, which can be a little bit frustrating for us as humans. Um, but it happens that way for a reason. That shifting of perspective means a lot. It really does mean a lot to shift your perspective of how you view things. And yes, and I will say this from experience because I was doing this fairly well for the last week or so. And a couple days I kind of stopped. I fell out of it. I was working on stuff that had deadlines. I wasn't really paying as much attention to the time. And I could definitely say like I was in a funk kind of Thursday and Friday. And I'm like, is this all because I stopped doing, like, I'm not as vigilant with my gratitude work that I feel like, bleh? It was very interesting because then when I started to try to do it again, I kind of felt my spirits kind of uplift a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I like because you find that you like that kind of uplifted feeling. You start to realize, you start to see a difference in yourself from when you were not doing it to when you are doing it, and then you kind of feel, you realize you're like, well, I'd rather be here manifesting all the things or trying to manifest the things than over here where I feel like I'm just like, ugh, why am I just so mentally exhausted? I don't feel right. I'm not sad. I'm not really ambitious either. Yeah, no, it was just a very funk is the best word for it. So yeah. So I hope you find this helpful. I hope this works for you. Please let me know. Please, feel free to try this out. I will get the title of the book. I thought for sure I could find it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's enough out of me. All right. I will see you all again soon. Take care. And until we meet again, friends. Bye.